new generation. We are the youth of the nation. High in the sky. We are the new generation. Leader.
Gentlemen, welcome to Leaders Dialogue. Leaders Dialogue is a program that brings on board seasoned leaders to share insights on how they have risen in the corporate ladder, in business ladder, and bring others up and even mentor others. In studio we have Mr. John Ng'ang'a. Welcome so much, Mr. John Ng'ang'a.
Thank you.
And Mr. John Ng'ang'a is a business consultant with Taluma Consultancy. He have worked for multinational companies, including Shell. He have written 10 books, including Leaders' Work Ethics. And he also speaks in public on various matters. Today we pick it up from where we left last time, the essence of excellence. The amount of money we are paid at the end of the month, that is our salary, whether big or small. Why is it important, nevertheless, to be excellent in our workplace?
I think the real question you're asking is excellence a result of being highly paid? Mm-hmm. The answer is no.
No.
If you're a Christian, excellence is a calling. Mm-hmm. And you do it when you are doing voluntary work.
Yes.
You do it when you are doing paid work. Mm-hmm. You do it when you are serving a senior man. Yes. You do it when you are serving a baby. Mm-hmm. Because it's in your nature to want to be excellent. Mm-hmm. So money may come along, but you want to be excellent. Let me just see God instructing us in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 14. Mm-hmm. I know that whatsoever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put into it, nor anything taken from it. Yes. And God does it that men should fear him. Mm-hmm. God is saying his nature is a nature that whatever he does is not improvable. If that is English. Excellence is when you do something at your best. You cannot improve on it. Excellence is when everything you touch, you do at your very best. The worst thing a Christian student can be told by a teacher is to write on the paper. Could do better. Because what the teacher is saying, I know your ability. You are not operating according to your ability. You are not fighting at your weight. And that, according to this one, is acting outside of God's will. We are created in God's image. We are disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ. Those two should be enough to make you know that you cannot claim to be a godly person, a professional who fears God, yet you are doing shoddy work, mediocre work. Mediocrity in professional work or whatever other work you do is not a Christian thing to do. So when we talk about excellence and why excellence is in an employed job should be important with or without a high salary, it's because you are doing it for the glory of God. Back to Colossians 3:23. He says when you work, you don't work for your other master. No. You have a heavenly master and he will also give you a reward. Whether the other one gives you or doesn't, you are waiting for a reward. And the other one is temporal. It will not last. You might put it in a bank account, but you soon die, and your children can either use it well or use it badly. But the one that is lasting is the one the heavenly boss, our God, will one day give you. When he says, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into your master's rest, as per Matthew chapter 25. So here we are saying then, excellence should be a way of life, should be something you do. And you don't do it because you have a motivation by somebody, you do it because you want to bring glory to God. That's my understanding of what it means to work with excellence.
Yes, the issue of motivation when we are working, what should actually motivate us?
Now that I've implied excellence is possible even without low salary, that excellence is possible even with you are doing for your juniors. Obviously, I'm implying there's another source of your motivation.
That's true.
And the biggest motivation for excellence is pleasing to God. That when you do a mediocre job, it dishonors God, whom you claim to believe in. So what motivates you to do a good job is because you are a teacher, for example. You have students, and the students are lazy. You don't stop doing your best as a teacher because the students are lazy. Because your real motivation is doing it in such a way that God, who sees in secret, will reward you. Of course, the result of those students will make everybody think you're a bad teacher. But God knows the truth and knows you did your best, but you had lazy students. You don't work because the headmaster normally commends you. There are some headmasters who don't like you for nothing. So they, irrespective of how well your class is doing, they will still keep embarrassing you in public. You don't stop the work of excellence because of that. Because your motivation, the source of your motivation, is to bring glory to God, who sees in secret. So that's the first source of excellence, a source of motivation for excellence. But I think I want to differentiate two sources of motivation. You can have external motivation or internal motivation. Internal motivation is something that comes from within, which nobody can steal. External motivation is not dependent on you. It's dependent on others. For example, somebody can tell you, you go run the marathon. If you win, the president will give you 1 million Kenya shillings. But you know, he could change his mind. I hope he doesn't. But he could. So sometimes when you remember, there's a time he promised. When people came and they were told the government is not having enough money, and they didn't do it, he said, even this time they might. So in the middle of your running, utalegea, you will slow down, because who am I impressing? Number two, maybe the reason you are motivated to do excellent work is because of your boss. Then you realize this is not a boss like others. He is so lazy, so mediocre. Why should I? He is even paid more money than me. Why should I continue being so excellent? Again, utalegea, you will slow down in your excellence because your boss is not a good example, because that is your source. Or thirdly, the reason you are excellent is to get a promotion. Then the promotion doesn't come the first year, the second year, but the third year. You stop being promoted. External source of motivation is not a lasting source of motivation. You can be motivated so far, but a time will come when you stop. You know, you have an ambition to get to a post. Then you reach that post. What will motivate you beyond that? So it means there are people as clerks who operated with excellence. Now they became managers. So they arrived where they were going. They no longer are motivated. So you can see clearly, only a Christian that can be truly excellent. Because if it is internal motivation, it will never be taken away from you, because it's not depending on others. It's depending on God, who is reliable.
Excellent. In a book, you've talked about laziness that come as a result of being smart. Would you shed more light on hard working and smart working, and where laziness is so coming in?
Okay. I am differentiating working smart and simply working hard. You know, working smart means you have thought through what you are doing, you have thought through how it can be done, and you have becoming efficient in doing it. That's what they mean by becoming smart. I hope you have heard the two words, efficiency and effectiveness. To be effective means to do things to achieve what you set out to do. But you can do it inefficiently. In other words, you can achieve something you intended to do, but you use 2 million. For example, you can make a tarmac road from here to Thika, and use 10 billion, and yet the road could have used 5 billion. Effectively, you have given us a good road, but you are inefficient because your costs are not the very best. They are not optimal. So when you talk about efficiency, efficiency is achieving the objectives at an optimum cost. I don't mean the lowest cost, at an optimum cost and within agreed timelines, or better than agreed timelines. Then we say that person is efficient. So when you talk about a life of excellence, we are talking about a person who is going to be excellent by being both effective and efficient.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's my suggestion that working smart is what you require, so that you'll be both effective and efficient. Working just hard, many people work hard, but they're productive very little. You know, if you want to cut firewood with a brand axe, you'll be having blisters by the end of the day. But you have brought very few pieces of wood for the fire. If you work smart, you make sure that the axe is sharp. Within a very short time, you have already produced enough wood. That is working effectively and efficiently.
Excellent. I can see my director guiding me on time. Viewers, we are grateful you have continued watching the show. Hit our Facebook page, that is Leaders Dialogue, or our Twitter page at Leaders Dialogue Show. We'll be right back after this.
Leader.